Welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Katie. I am the owner and artist behind Salvaged by K. Scott. Normally, we hang out in my garage, painting and restyling found and thrifted furniture pieces. But this week in Southern Ontario has been so incredibly hot and humid. I don't want to spend any time out there. It's not good for paint or top coats to dry in that kind of condition. So today we're going to spend some time in my basement workshop, hence the beautiful fluorescent lighting, and work on some mini furniture. I picked up a couple of jewelry boxes. I've never painted a jewelry box before, so this is going to be a first for me. I picked up these two at my local Value Village for $3.99 each. When I was looking through them, I grabbed the two that had the cleanest interiors. This slightly larger one has a broken hinge. I'm going to have to find some sort of wire or pin to repair that, but I'll worry about that later. Like all of my painted pieces, I want to start off with some good prep work. Once I got this tricky price tag off the top of this box, I gave both of them a really good scrub down with some Fantastik. Basically, you just want a good degreasing cleaner to get rid of any dirt, grime, or greasy fingerprints. I used a few small pieces of painter's tape as mini lint rollers to remove anything that was hiding down in this velvet as well. Last step of prep is a quick scuff sand with some 300 grit sandpaper. On the first box, I'm going to use some Rustoleum chalked in linen white and my zebra square brush. This brush is the perfect size for a tiny project like this. Since I'm painting a light color over a dark surface, this is probably going to take 3, maybe even 4 coats of paint. And for my second box, I'm adding a little bit of this pink acrylic paint into some of my white chalk paint just to make a softer pink color. And by the time I was ready for a second coat, I had changed my mind on the colors for both boxes. The smaller of the boxes is now going to be painted in Country Chic's Vanilla Frosting, which is a beautiful antique white. And the larger jewelry box is going to get a few more coats of Country Chic's Sunday Tea. I ended up needing 3 coats on each box to get full coverage, and then I went back with my 300 grit sandpaper just to smooth out any brush strokes. Now for the fun stuff. On the first box, I made myself a little honeycomb stencil. I applied my stencil over one corner of the smaller box, and I'll mask off the rest of the box and we'll run it to the garage really quickly to do a quick coat of spray paint. I cannot get enough of this Rustoleum metallic gold lately. I've been using it on everything. I sprayed one quick coat over my stenciled area and then brought it back inside the house so that it could dry out of the heat and humidity. I liked it a lot the way that it was, but my 7-year-old son came down into the workshop and told me it needed to be more golder. So that's what I'm gonna do. I used some gold gilding wax from Michael's and a large wax brush to apply several layers. So I got a little carried away with the gold gilding wax. The top was too much, so I came back with a damp rag and just rubbed off the wax from the top surface. I really love the contrast of the warm gold with that creamy white color. All right, let's set the honeycomb aside and work on the second box. For this one, I wanted to do a really cute rainbow. Unfortunately, I don't trust myself to do this freehand, so I made myself another stencil. For this guy, I used some little makeup sponges to dab on 3 different shades of sort of bricky, corally pink colors that I think are going to look really nice on the taupey warm beige base. I always like to apply several thin coats of paint when I'm working with a stencil. If you put too much paint on at once, you risk it bleeding up underneath the stencil. I couldn't find any yellow paint in my craft stash, so I decided to use the same gold gilding wax to fill in the cute little sun detail. And that's it, we're all done. 2 cute little jewelry box makeovers. Once this crazy heat wave breaks, I will take these outside and spray them down with some of my favorite Varathane protective top coat. Please remember to subscribe before you go so that you always know when I'm creating something new. Stay cool, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys next time.